You notice it because it moves, just slightly, barely enough to catch your attention. A small shape on the ceiling above you. At first you don't react, because it's normal, because it's just a spider. You've seen them before, you've ignored them before, you tell yourself it doesn't matter, that it's too far away, that it won't come closer, that it will stay there doing whatever spiders do. You lie still, watching it. Not because you're afraid, but because something about it feels wrong, the way it moves, the way it stops, the way it waits before taking another step. Like it's not just moving randomly, like it's choosing where to go. You blink slowly, and when your eyes open again, it's a little closer. You focus on it now, completely, your eyes tracking every movement, every tiny shift of its legs. It moves slowly, too slowly. Each step deliberate, measured, controlled. You try to follow the pattern, to understand where it's going, but there is no pattern. It doesn't follow a path. It doesn't explore randomly. It moves in your direction. You tell yourself that's impossible, that it's coincidence, that you're imagining it, but your body reacts anyway. A slight tension in your chest, a subtle tightening in your throat, because something deep inside you recognizes the movement, not as random, but as intentional. You don't move, you don't breathe too loudly, because suddenly you don't want it to notice you. You stay perfectly still, your eyes locked on it, because looking away feels wrong now, because if you stop watching, you won't know where it goes. And that thought alone is enough to keep you frozen. It stops again right above you, not moving, not reacting, just there, waiting. And for a moment you feel something strange. Not fear, not yet, but awareness, like it's aware of you. Like it knows you're watching it. The distance between you feels smaller now, even though it hasn't moved much, even though it's still on the ceiling, and then it disappears. Not quickly, not dramatically, just gone. 1 second it's there, the next it isn't. No movement, no drop, no sound, just absence. And suddenly the room feels much worse. You keep staring at the ceiling, waiting for it to reappear, waiting for any sign of movement. But there's nothing, just the same empty surface, the same faint shadows from the window, the same silence. You tell yourself it must have moved too fast, that you just missed it, that it crawled somewhere you couldn't see, maybe onto the wall, maybe behind something, maybe closer than you think. That thought lingers longer than it should, because now the problem isn't where it is. The problem is you don't know where it is anymore. Your eyes begin scanning the room, slowly, carefully, every corner, every edge, every shadow, looking for movement, looking for anything out of place, but the room stays still, too still. And that's worse, because now you're not watching it anymore. Something might be watching you. Your eyes settle on the corner of the room, the darkest one, where the light barely reaches. At first nothing, just shadow, flat, empty. But the longer you look, the more your vision starts to adjust, and slowly details begin to form. Tiny ones, barely noticeable. Small shapes, almost dots. You lean your head slightly, trying to focus, trying to understand what you're seeing. And then it hits you. They're not dots, they're moving. Not fast, not obvious, but slowly, individually, each one crawling in its own direction. There are more than one, more than two, more than you can count at once, blending into the darkness, hiding in plain sight, and suddenly you understand something much worse than before. It wasn't just one spider, it never was. You sit up quickly, too quickly. The blanket shifts around you. Your breathing changes. Sharper now, faster. You look around the room again, trying to see everything at once. Walls, ceiling, corners. But now that you've seen them, you can't unsee them. They're everywhere, not clearly, not all at once, but enough. Enough to know they exist, enough to feel them. Even when you don't see them directly, your skin tightens. A strange sensation spreads across your arms. Not pain, not yet, but something else. Something crawling. You brush your arm quickly. Nothing there, just your skin, just your mind reacting. That's what you tell yourself. That's what you want to believe. But your body doesn't listen because it feels real, too real. You look toward the mirror, almost instinctively, like it might show you something you missed, something your eyes can't see directly. The reflection is clear. The bed, the walls, your movement, everything matches. Everything is normal until it isn't, because behind you in the reflection something moves. A small shape, then another, crawling along the wall, closer to the bed. You turn your head immediately. Nothing. The wall is empty, completely clean. But when you look back at the mirror, they're still there. More of them now, moving slowly, climbing, getting closer. And that's when you realize you can only see them when you're not looking directly. Your hand moves to your neck. Slowly, carefully. Because now the feeling is stronger, that crawling sensation, subtle, precise. You don't want to touch it. Because touching it means confirming it, but not touching it means letting it move. You press your fingers lightly against your skin. Nothing, just warmth, just your pulse. You slide your hand slightly, and then you feel it, a tiny shift, a movement under your fingers. You jerk your hand away instantly, your breath catching, your body reacting before your mind can process it. You look down at your hand. Nothing there, no spider, no mark, nothing visible, but the feeling is still there. Not on your hand anymore, somewhere else, somewhere deeper. Your phone lights up suddenly. The brightness cuts through the darkness. You grab it quickly, almost desperately, like it's the only solid thing left, the only real thing. The light reveals the room around you. Walls, ceiling, bed, everything becomes clearer. And that's when you see them, not just in the corners, not just in the shadows, but everywhere. On the walls, on the ceiling, on the bed frame, dozens, maybe more. Frozen for a moment in the light, then slowly starting to move again. Toward you. You blink, and the light flickers slightly. And for a second you think they're gone, but they're not. They're just harder to see now. You try to move, to get off the bed, to get away, but your body doesn't respond the way you expect. Your movements feel slow, heavy, like something is holding you back, or weighing you down. The crawling sensation spreads again, across your arms, your legs, your back, not sharp, not painful, but constant. You brush your arm again, then your shoulder, then your neck, faster now, more desperate. But nothing comes off, nothing falls, nothing drops, because there's nothing there, not on the surface, not where you can reach. And that's when it hits you. A thought you don't want to have, a realization you try to push away. But it doesn't go away because it makes too much sense. They're not on you, they're inside. You freeze completely. Your hands stop moving. Your breathing stops for a moment. Because that thought changes everything. The feeling shifts. It's no longer random, it's no longer external, it's deeper now. Subtle movements beneath your skin, too precise to ignore, too real to deny. You press your arm harder, trying to feel it again, trying to prove it's not real, but the moment you focus, it moves somewhere else, avoiding you like it knows where you're touching, like it knows where you're trying to feel it. Your chest tightens, your heart beats harder, and suddenly you don't feel alone in your body anymore. You sit there, completely still, because now there's nothing left to do. You can't run, you can't remove them, you can't even see them properly, but you can feel them, every small movement, every shift, every presence, and that's worse than anything you could see, because now you understand something. That first spider on the ceiling, that wasn't where it started, that was where you noticed it. It didn't come from outside, it didn't crawl into your room, it was already here, already inside, long before you opened your eyes. You look around one last time, the room is empty again, silent, still, exactly how it was before, but now you know empty doesn't mean safe, because they're still there, and they're not leaving.